Louise, Princess Royal and Duchess of Fife, 1867 to 1931, was a prominent British royal, born as the eldest daughter of King Edward VII and Queen Alexandra, making her a granddaughter of Queen Victoria. She held significant titles, including Princess Royal and Duchess of Fife, which underscored her high status within the royal family. Throughout her life, she played an important role in the British monarchy, likely through ceremonial and representative duties that were typical for royals of her rank. Her lineage and titles connected her directly to one of the most influential eras of British royalty, cementing her place in the royal hierarchy. Marie Antoinette, 1755 to 1793, was the last Queen of France before the French Revolution. Born an Austrian Archduchess on November 2, 1755, she married the future King Louis XVI in 1770 and became Queen at the age of 18 in 1774. Known for her extravagant lifestyle, Marie Antoinette became a symbol of the monarchy's excess during a time of economic hardship in France. Her reputation was further tarnished by her Austrian heritage and unfounded rumours, such as the famous phrase, "let them eat cake," which she never actually said. This misattribution, nonetheless, fueled public resentment. As the French Revolution gained momentum, her unpopularity made her a target. She was arrested, tried, and ultimately executed by guillotine on October 16, 1793, at the age of 37. Elizabeth of France was the youngest sister of King Louis XVI and the daughter of King Louis XV and Marie Leszczyńska. She was a member of the French royal family during the tumultuous period leading up to the French Revolution. Known for her devout Catholic faith and her close relationship with her family, Elizabeth's life took a tragic turn when the French Revolution led to the Elizabeth remained loyal to her brother, King Louis XVI, during the revolution, and was imprisoned after his execution. She was eventually convicted of being an enemy of the revolution and was executed by guillotine in 1794, just months after her brother. Her death, along with that of the rest of the royal family, marked a painful chapter in France. Elizabeth is often remembered for her dignity and grace in the face of adversity. And in 1953 she was beatified by the Catholic Church, a testament to her piety. Madame Elizabeth de France, 1664 to 1694, was a deeply religious and devoted member of the French royal family, known for her courage and loyalty to her family during the turbulent years leading up to the French Revolution. As the youngest sister of King Louis XVI and the daughter of King Louis XV and Queen Marie Leszczyńska, she was born into the heart of the French monarchy. Despite her royal status, she lived a relatively quiet life, deeply committed to charity, religion, and supporting the king and his reign. Elizabeth was known for her piety, simplicity, and strong sense of duty. She was particularly close to her brother, King Louis XVI, and spent a lot of time at Versailles, taking part in charitable works and supporting the monarchy. Unlike some of her more extravagant contemporaries, she avoided the pleasures of court life, focusing instead on helping the poor and participating in religious practices. Her deep Catholic faith defined much of her life, and she was described as humble and selfless in her charitable efforts. Elizabeth was born in 1545 and was the third daughter of Catherine de' Medici and Henry II, making her part of the powerful Valois dynasty. As a member of the French royal family, her early life was influenced by the political landscape of Renaissance Europe. Her mother, Catherine, was a prominent political figure. and her father, Henry II, was a significant ruler during the era. In 1559, at the age of 14, Elizabeth's life took a dramatic turn when she was married to King Philip II of Spain, who was seeking an alliance with France. The marriage was part of the peace treaty, following the long-standing conflicts between Spain and France. Philip II was about 11 years older than Elizabeth, and their marriage was meant to solidify the political ties between the two powerful kingdoms. Empress Elizabeth of Austria, better known as Sisi, is one of the most fascinating and enigmatic figures in European royal history. She was born Elizabeth Amalie Eugenie on December 24, 1837, in Munich, Bavaria, into the Bavarian royal family. She became the Empress of Austria and Queen of Hungary through her marriage to Franz Joseph III of Austria at the age of 16. Her life, full of personal struggles, complex relationships, and deep contradictions, has captivated generations, making her an iconic and tragic figure in European history. In 1898, after years of personal suffering and estrangement from her family, Sisi's life ended tragically. While in Geneva, Switzerland, on a trip to visit her daughter, Princess Marie Valerie, she was assassinated by an Italian anarchist named Luigi Lucchesi. Lucchesi had initially intended to kill the Duke of Orleans, but upon learning that the Duke was not in the city, he targeted Sisi, seeing her as a symbol of the aristocracy. He stabbed her with a sharpened file, and though Sisi initially seemed unharmed, she died later from the wound. Catherine the Great, Catherine II of Russia, was one of the most remarkable rulers in Russian history, and her reign is often considered a golden age of the Russian Empire. Born Sophia Augusta Frederica of Anhalt-Zerbst on May 2, 1729, in Stettin, now Szczecin, Poland, she would rise from a minor German princess to become the Empress of Russia. Her life story is one of ambition, intelligence, political acumen, and transformation. Catherine the Great died on November 17, 1796, after a reign of 34 years, and was succeeded by her son, Paul I. Her death marked the end of an era, as her son's reign was very different, with far less focus on reform and more conflict within the court. Despite the challenges during the last years of her reign, Catherine's influence endured long after her death. Her reign, the territories she acquired, the cultural developments she supported, and her legacy as a powerful female monarch remain integral parts of Russia's history. Queen Elizabeth I of England, 1533 to 1603, often referred to as the Virgin Queen, is one of the most iconic and revered monarchs in English history. Her reign, which lasted for 45 years, 1558 to 1603, is often considered a golden age in England's history, known as the Elizabethan era. During her time on the throne, England experienced military victories, economic growth, cultural flourishing, and religious consolidation, all while she navigated a turbulent political and religious landscape. Elizabeth I died on March 24, 1603, at the age of 69. She was succeeded by James VI of Scotland, who became James I of England, uniting the crowns of England and Scotland. Elizabeth's death marked the end of the Tudor dynasty, and her passing left a significant legacy, not only in England, but in the broader world. Queen Elizabeth I of England, 1533 to 1603, also known as the Virgin Queen or Gloriana, was one of the most significant monarchs in English history. Her reign, 1558 to 1603, is often regarded as a golden age for England, characterised by military triumphs, cultural achievements, and political stability. Elizabeth was born on September the 7th, 1533, at Palace of Placentia in Greenwich, England. She was the daughter of King Henry VIII and his second wife, Anne Boleyn, who was executed when Elizabeth was just 2 years old. As the child of a controversial marriage, Elizabeth's early life was marked by instability and uncertainty. When Elizabeth's father, Henry VIII, passed away in 1547, her half-brother Edward VI ascended the throne. Upon his death in 1553, Elizabeth's sister, Mary V, became queen. Mary was a devout Catholic and sought to reverse the Protestant reforms enacted by their father. Elizabeth, being Protestant, was often seen as a threat to Mary's rule, leading to political and religious tensions. After Mary's death in 1558, Elizabeth ascended the throne. At the age of 25, she inherited a kingdom divided by religious conflict and external threats, with England in a precarious position both at home and abroad.